Everybody, welcome to the OCVarsity Football Predictions Show. This is Steve Fryer here with Dan Albano. Dan's ahead of me in the predictions so far by 2 games, but this might
Are you keeping track?
You had it written down there, that's how I know. So anyway, yeah, apparently we both are. So anyway, what we're going to do is go through some games this week. We got some great games, the opening of league and a bunch of leagues. Dan, the Empire League, let's look at one over there. Valencia against Cypress, a Valencia home game. Last year, Valencia was 0-5 in non-league games. Yes. Went 4-1 in league to share the league title with Tustin. Right. I don't see that happening this year for Valencia, although they're what 2-3. Cypress is 4-1. I know Cypress got a couple injuries here and there, but I still like Cypress Interns to win this game because I like that quarterback, Alex Ashcraft.
You know, I had to look this up, but guess the last year that Cypress beat Valencia. Valencia's been ruling that league, as we know, with Coach Marujo. All those years. But last time Cypress beat Valencia?
Probably a Ray Fenton coach team.
It was a Mike Cobley coach team in 2011. But I'm still picking Cypress to break through that streak, get their first victory against Valencia since 2011.
Garden Grove against La Quinta, Garden Grove League opener. Garden Grove is 1-3. They haven't played in 3 weeks.
I know, that's crazy.
And La Quinta's 5-0. Best La Quinta team we've seen since who knows how long it's been. But it's fantastic to see that. Even though La Quinta's got the better record, 5-0, I still like Garden Grove. I like that defense, Brandon Coleman and all those guys over there. So I think the defense gets it done. Although I like that La Quinta quarterback, Michael Nadeau. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. There's 2 things I want to share with the viewers and yourself. So, guess who the Cal Preps projection of this game? Who do you think they picked, Mr. Fryer?
They picked La Quinta to win.
30 by 2 touchdowns. 35-21. And the other thing I wanted to say is, when was the last time La Quinta, the Aztecs, beat Garden Grove, who's ruled the Garden Grove League?
Are you like the Alex Trebek of high school football today?
I did my homework. Wow. I did my homework.
Apparently I did.
And I had to ask.
Let me think. It was probably 1992 when Roger Takahashi was coaching the Aztecs.
According to Ricardo Cepeda, who I believe, who is a history teacher at Garden Grove, I will go with, he says 1998. But I believe Garden Grove will get the victory. They played a much tougher schedule when they haven't played in a while, but they did have that stretch of what they played Westminster. They played they played Woodbridge. Yeah. And then they played Pacifica. Holy cow, that's a pretty good three team right there. So I'm going Argos.
Modern day Santa Margarita, a Trinity League opener. I like Santa Margarita a lot. I think they're fun to watch. I like Magyar, the running back. But when we talk about modern day, this may be the best team that Rawlinson's ever had. Coach Rawlinson's had over there. When you think about some of the teams he's had, that's saying something, Dan. I think modern day wins, maybe kind of big.
I think I pick in modern day. Yeah. And it will be decisive, I believe. Even though Santa Margarita impressed in that close to what they played Mission Viejo to about 4 points. Was it 27-23? Mm-hmm. And Chad Magyar is the best running back in the Trinity League, but they haven't seen a defense with the aggressiveness and the pursuit.
Those guys are fast and they hit.
Woo! That modern day is bringing in. Of course, they haven't seen a passing attack quite like JT Daniels and those receivers. Yeah, so
good group.
I'm picking modern day.
All right. JSerra, another Trinity League opener. JSerra, which is 5-0. Servite's 5-0.
Yes.
Dan, I kind of went back and forth in this one, and then I was remembering something you told me the other day, and you told me that penalties can make a difference in this game. And I was thinking of that too. Penalties, field position, and the turnovers when you're talking about teams this close. So you know what? I went with JSerra. I'm picking the Lions to get this W.
We disagree on that one.
Yeah.
I got Servite Friars, which I kind of an upset. My rankings don't necessarily reflect that. I just think this is the week that Servite's going to go by them. It's going to be it'll be the closest one of the closest games of the entire night. And I just went with I just think that Servite has. I don't think they've had as bad penalty issues as JSerra has. That weighed in my decision. It's hard to pick against Matt Robinson, a 3-year starter.
Yeah.
But I think it just seems like that Servite's rolling with their new offense.
Yeah.
They have a lot of athletes on the back end, and the linebacker, linebacker. Their lines are playing better expected. I haven't seen the Friars, but I'm interested to see this game. But this is a hunch pick on for me.
When's the last time JSerra beat Servite? I don't know either. Anyway, let's go on to the South Coast League. Tesoro against Mission Viejo. This is Mission Viejo. Tesoro's 3-3, coming off one heck of a game. I think you were at that one, when they beat Los Al.
Zach Kavanaugh did a great job.
He was there.
Out there.
But Tesoro, they're a good team. I really like Peterson, the quarterback, but Mission Viejo's just got too many dudes all over the field.
Yeah, Chase Peterson coming back, playing against his old teammates there at Mission Viejo. Chase coming off that great game. Can't discount the Titans after what they've done, playing so well against Los Al. But I think Mission Viejo in its first game in the Bob Johnson farewell tour.
Yeah, they'll be a little motivated maybe, huh?
They'll be a little bit motivated. They always get up for Tesoro. This is a pretty good South County.
Oh, yeah.
The last South Coast League team, we can go that trivia.
Yeah,
that was Tesoro.
Brian Barnes coaching.
That was a little while ago, but Mission should get this victory.
San Juan Hills is 4-2 against Trabuco Hills, which is 2-4. Both, and that's a South Coast League opener again.
Yeah.
You know what? I was looking at Trabuco Hills' schedule. They've lost 3 in a row, but those losses are to Corona del Mar, Tustin, and Capistrano Valley. Really good teams.
Yes.
If they're not emotionally, beaten down by that, and they look at this as the fresh start, it truly represents. Trabuco Hills wins this game. I'm going with the Mustangs.
Yeah, I disagree on that one. I know that's a big one. I this week I didn't even vote, and I've been considering Trabuco Hills in my top 25. They've been low. They have that nice victory against Fountain Valley, but I kind of bounced them this week on the way they're playing, and I do have San Juan Hills winning this game.
Yeah, that's a nutty pick by me, huh? You think I should have a CAT scan or something, man?
I think Trabuco has been they've been respectable. And playing a tough schedule, but I think San Juan finds a win. Their offense hasn't been too impressive, but I think they get the W. And it's a big game, though, for Trabuco. If they can find a way to get into playoffs in their division, they could be a team to watch.
El Toro against Aliso Niguel. That's a Seaview League opener. El Toro's number 14 in the county at 3-3. Aliso Niguel's at number 24. 4-2 record. Again, like I said, Seaview League opener. All right. I like that El Toro passing game with Cooper Jonestown, Dorico, Aguilar, those dudes, and pretty good defense too. I like that group.
So you're picking El Toro?
Yes, sir.
I'm picking El Toro as well. Last year, El Toro beat Aliso 63-28 in kind of a wild game, and El Toro is going to be having to deal with the OCVarsity player to watch this week. Tyler Jones is having a monster season for Aliso Niguel, tied for second in the state of California in receiving yards, and he had a big game against El Toro last year. 10 catches for 190 yards, 2 TDs. So Noah Aguilar, safety, and that El Toro secondary is going to have to watch out for Tyler Jones. But I'm picking the Chargers.
Freeway League opener, Sunny Hills, which is 5-0 and got the county's leading rusher in Alex Jung. But they got to take on La Habra, and La Habra is, up until last year, dominating the league. I like the Highlanders in this game. Alex Jung's averaging 304 yards a game. Holy mackerel. And he's going to get some yards against La Habra, but I think overall La Habra's, the superior team, and the Highlanders win.
Yeah, an interesting matchup to watch. It's tough. La Habra, Sunny Hills they block well they have an experienced offensive line. I wrote about that this year. Caffrey is an emerging junior, I believe, fullback. They got some dudes, but then what I'd love to see in this game would be the fine sophomore linebacker Jacoba Faumatu of La Habra. Sophomore. This guy's got the wheels. He's physical. He gets to the ball, and I love to see that matchup at linebacker with him against Alex. It's just not, because Sunny Hills really blocks for Alex, but I think La Habra's going to get the win.
We're going to hear some collision noises.
Yeah, we'll see if especially if they're running between the guards. And they're not, are inside the tackles. That could be interesting stuff. If he goes outside, I like Jacobo running him down.
Ocean View against Segerstrom. That's in the Golden West League.
Yeah.
Man, I love this league. Loera is 2-3, and they got the worst overall record. There's a bunch of 4-1 teams, a 5-0 team Orange. This is a tough game for me to pick. I saw Ocean View last week. They looked pretty good when they beat University, but I think Segerstrom's defense, they got that safety Chris Morales, and he and Keyshawn Allen run the ball pretty good too. I like the Jags to take this opener.
I picked the Jags, and I wrestled with this game as well. I picked Ocean View last week, so Seahawks. I had you guys last week. But this is interesting for Ocean View. They played Catella, barely lost. A really good team, and I think Segerstrom and Catella are pretty similar. And then they won at Uni in another tough game. But going 3 weeks in a row, that's pretty tough. Yeah. I think Ocean View is a good team. Yeah. And then Segerstrom's coming off the bye. I picked the Jaguars.
A non-league game, small schools game. Grace Brethren of Simi Valley playing St. Margaret's. St. Margaret's just wiped out St. Matthias, St. Pius, St. whatever. Last week it was pretty one-sided, 54-0 or something like that, Dan. Grace Brethren's pretty good. Always a really good small schools team coming out of Simi Valley. It's St. Margaret's home game on Friday. I like St. Margaret's. Boy, they got a kid to watch, Ryan Cragen, who maybe their best player since maybe Hunter Steffen or something like that.
Yeah, you wrote about him.
Yeah, and Cragen's really good. Receiver, punt return guy, defensive back. I like St. Margaret's in this game. We don't really know a lot about Grace Brethren. I'd really like to see St. Margaret's play some more Orange County public school teams of a higher level. But this is a pretty good challenge for St. Margaret's. I think St. Margaret's takes it, and they're going to run the tail in that Academy League too, aren't they?
Yeah, and speaking of the Academy League, Steve, this one score, I was looking at this game. Grace Brethren played Crean Lutheran. I think it was last week up in Simi Valley, Moore Park College, where they play 31-0 victory. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I saw Crean play. They ain't bad.
You saw them against Northwood.
Yeah, and they've won that game.
And they're all right. And they've, I think they played somebody else pretty tough this year, or respectable.
Yeah.
So that and Grace Brethren's ranked third in Division 8.
Yeah.
They also played Sierra Canyon. They got blanked, but Sierra Canyon's I think is a Division 3 or 4 team.
Yes.
They're really good. So they've played a tough schedule. But I'm picking the Tartans. So I picked against St. Margaret's earlier the year against that Valley Christian game. I'm not making the same mistake this time. So.
All right.
And they played that. Now we're not wrapping it up, are we?
Well, we got something else. Oh yeah, I forgot.
We forgot the Steve Fryer upset of the year. Steve Fryer, reveal your upset of the year. We cannot. I mean,
Orange Lutheran versus St. John Bosco. This game's at Orange Coast College, and you know what? I'm picking Orange Lutheran to win this game. Everybody. And I just gotta. It's just one of those feelings I got about this game. I think Ryan Helinski's gonna have a big game. Apparently, there might be a player or two who gets eligible for Orange Lutheran that may be helping them out. The sit-out period is over. Some starting lineups of a week ago ain't going to look like the starting lineups of this week. I think that's going to help Orange Lutheran out. I don't know who these guys are exactly. I can't reveal my sources or the names. I'm sworn to protect the innocent. But I like Orange Lutheran to win this game. I think they'll play well enough on defense to get it done. I think they'll score a lot of points. This could be like a 34-31 game or something. But that's my upset pick, man. Going to the Lancers of Olu. What do you say? You're going with me on this, huh?
No. No. Okay. I'm confidently picking the Braves. But I think
no guts, no glory, babe.
I know. There you go. We're disagreeing on 3 games this week, and no, I think Bosco's defense is really proven themselves against those 2 national programs they played in St. Aquinas and St. John's, and I think Real Mitchell will figure it out. They have some issues like everybody does, maybe except Mater Dei. What are the Monarchs' issues? I don't think they have any, but I think
the only
Bosco's
issue Mater Dei has is where the balloons go. That's all they're worried about.
They're Bosco's just too loaded. They are too stacked on D, but I think it's going to be they're going to give up some points to Ryan Helinski and all those receivers, and I don't know how, but it's going to be a great game though. But I'm still picking the Braves. But maybe you're I mean, if that happens, then what happens next week with the Mater Dei Bosco game? Will lose all its luster on the 13th. You're just ruining things, Steve, with your picks.
Well, that's my job. All right. Well, thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. You're not ruining. You're making it exciting. What am I saying?
Am I?
I had the wrong perspective on that. You're making things better.
I should probably make that cat's appointment. All right. Well, anyway, that's our picks. We're gonna see how we did. Follow us at the OCVarsity site at ocregister.com, and we'll see how we did. It's league is here. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be an awful lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with us again.